Hello and welcome to the Home and Design Show. I'm your host, Linda Donnelly, and today's topic is how do interior designers help a client to find their own personal style? Our esteemed guests for today are designers Kelli Sultan and Pam Novakovich of KVS Interior Design. Thank you so much for joining us, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Linda.
So, Kelli, tell me about how the process starts when you first meet a client.
Well, I like to try and spend the first initial interview understanding a client's lifestyle. And for me, what that entails is really finding out how much time they'll be spending in their home, how they entertain in their home, how many family members will be joining them, and identifying those few things really get your arms around how their lifestyle is when they're spending that time in their home. So after I've accomplished that, then we go through the process of understanding their collections and different pieces that they will be incorporating into the spaces as well. And with that, it allows me to find out a style.
Well, Pam, I understand you have a very interesting way of figuring out someone's style right from the first time you meet them.
Yes, I was told years ago that when you meet a client, they will usually be wearing either the color that they like, that they want incorporated in the interior. I found that to be true in many cases. And so what I do is I immediately pull from that color, or I also look at the way they're stylized. Are they dressed very comfortably? Are they dressed very sophisticatedly? Usually, for example, if somebody is starting on a vacation home and they live in New York City or the Boston area, they're dressed more casually. If someone is coming in and this is their permanent home and they are from another city, they could be dressed more sophisticatedly because this is now their permanent home. So it just depends on how they're stylized, and that really gives me an inkling as to what they're looking for.
So take me through that process. Is it short? Does it take the entire duration of the design process when you're evolving with the client through this entire journey?
Well, it's very interesting because I think every project and every client is very different and unique in itself. So we find, and I find personally, that really the process could be 1 month. You have very intense meetings, understanding what their interests are, and then the process could go on for years. I have clients that I've worked for 10 or 15 years, and we're evolving with different styles and changing different backgrounds in their home to create different styles. So it is an ongoing process.
So what factors actually define their personal style?
Well, actually, it's very important to get into their history and to establish what that incorporated, whether it was travels overseas or living abroad. And having done that, they have obviously collected many things in their travels. And so those are the things that we incorporate in the design. That could also be a great starting point, whether it's fabrics, accessories. So when working with a client, I think history is a very, very good starting point. It tells you a lot about the client and the type of environment they're comfortable in.
Well, I imagine this is a very satisfying process. When all is said and done and you finally finish the project, it must be very gratifying for you.
Oh, very much so. It's just so exciting to see our clients come in and see their new environment that we've created for them. You're working through that process, as we said, for, could be for 3 months to 1 or 2 years, and you're spending that time together, and to see it come from, fabrics laid out on a table or materials and blueprints to actually walking through the space, it's just very exciting for us.
Oh, well, thank you so much for shedding some light on this topic. I appreciate you ladies coming in to talk to us. Thank you.
Thanks again for having us.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Linda.
And thank you for joining us on the Home and Design Show. For the latest design trends, visit the experts at KVS Interior Design.